Well, hello there, people. This is the show that I do from my car. Right now, we're talking about auditioning on Zoom. I talk a lot about self-taped auditions here because I think it's good information to talk about. Ooh, my camera's a little wobbly. I'm on the ferry. It's, I'm gonna try to move this camera just a little bit. Is that any better? It's really gray here in Seattle yet again. Shocker. It's December. Weather is, you know, predictably gray. Anyhow, yeah, so I talk a lot about self-taping because I think it's so important to continue to give you tips and hints and tricks, because self-taping is something that the modern actor for on camera has to master. But the Zoom-based audition and callback are also something that you have to really feel comfortable with doing, know how to do it. I just did a Zoom-based audition that went really well. Like a self-tape, you gotta have that neutral backdrop, you gotta look good, you gotta sound good. But now with the Zoom integration, there are a few new things to think about. What I would suggest, well, I'll tell you what I did. I obviously prepared like heck and did all that I can to get the words into my memory, into my memorization, into my body. Thought about the character, obviously did all my actor homework, studied, yada, 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 made some choices, used my imagination, etc., etc. Day of, I spent at least an hour in front of my setup, practicing, recording it both on the camera. I used an external camera, and I opened up a Zoom, I started a meeting, and I went through the paces of my audition, and I recorded it through Zoom so I could watch it back and just kind of check it out and see how it was working. Cool. So then, I'll stand by a ferry announcement. We are stopping at Vashon Island. I will not be departing the vehicle because I'm going to Fauntleroy, which is in West Seattle. So I did all that. So I was just ready. I was comfortable. I was prepped. I was like a well-oiled machine. I was ready to rock. They're chatting again, so time out. Hold, please. We're gonna wait for that. All right. I'll do a little dance. Holding for audio to get better. We're gonna hold. Oh my God, I forgot. I got this. I get so used to wearing the mask and just keeping it. It was just hanging off my ear, and that's kind of a silly look. So I hope it wasn't too distracting as I was talking at the beginning of this video, because I am not gonna shoot this again. Because why? This is meant to be casual and informative. So, you know, when you get into a Zoom-based audition, it's always going to be a little bit different. Hopefully, you'll receive instructions from casting about kind of what to expect. You're usually put into a waiting room, and then you're just kind of there chilling. A lot of folks just makes them uncomfortable. So once I log in and join the meeting, and I'm in that waiting room, I just step off the mark. Just step away. You don't have to just stand there frozen. You could also just stand there and do some breathing. You could look at your script. Do anything you can to keep relaxation and concentration. You got to have that focus. All right, so then when you're welcomed into the room, don't be afraid to ask for what you need. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need. For instance, in this latest audition, I was reading for 2 roles. Each role had 2 scenes. I had a particular order that I wanted to go in. So even though they were kind of like, okay, let's get your slate done, and then let's do this, this, and this, I just said, may I ask a question? And then I asked if we could go in the order that I had been rehearsing in, the order that made the most sense to me. Now, here's the thing about asking questions. Be prepared to get that, no, I'm sorry, David, we can't do that. You know what I mean? So always have a few ways ready, but do not be afraid to ask questions. A lot of times actors feel very powerless during auditions, and for one thing, you have to understand that casting wants you to kill it. They want you to slay it. Why aren't they rooting for you? They're rooting for you. And just don't be afraid to ask questions that'll help you perform better in your audition, because that'll make them look better, it'll make you look better, it'll be much more interesting, creative, and amazing. Cool? Be prepared to do it more than once, with adjustments. So also, as you're rehearsing, part of your rehearsal process might be playing with different interpretations, different ways that the scene might go, different line readings, different emotions, different beats, yada, 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 yada. All right, that's all I got for you today. Practice makes better. Don't forget to practice this stuff, y'all. You want to be an actor? Keep doing it. But don't forget, it really takes rehearsal, it takes practice, and just like an athletic endeavor, you know I love the Seahawks, in order to perform well on Sunday, Monday, or I guess sometimes on Thursday, they have to practice really hard during the week, and I suggest you do the same. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up, subscribe if you want more content like this, and watch out for our Mighty Tripod Acting Studio YouTube, because I'll be posting a video there from Angela as she talks about her Zoom audition experience, and we even talk about lighting and setup and a lot more things that are technical about how to make your space and your audition videos, whether on Zoom or self-taping, look amazing. All right, thanks for hanging out. I will see you soon, and cheers.